If I ask you, what are you more afraid of? A plane crash or falling down the stairs? You'd probably say, plane crash, because it's big, dangerous, and makes headlines in every newspaper. But the truth is, the number of people who die from falling down the stairs is many times more than from plane crashes. So the question is, what do we really fear, and why? Do we really understand what actual risk is? Or is our brain just misled by fear-based stories? Today we're going to talk about a book that completely changes the way we look at risk. The book is Risk by Dan Gardner. A book that reveals the difference between fear and risk and how the world tries to control you by scaring you. But before we dive into the book, let me share a short story. There was a man. His name was Rohan. Rohan watched the news every day. Breaking news, murder, rape, terrorism, plane crashes. Every story was filled with fear. Gradually, he stopped flying, stopped eating out, even stopped sending his kids to school. Why? Because he believed the world was a very dangerous place. But one day he came across this book, Risk. Just reading the first chapter made him realize he had been trapped in a web of fear for years. Dan Gardner explained, fear and danger are not the same. Fear comes from the ancient part of our brain, the one that only understands emotion. But real risk assessment should be done with logic, with data, not with stories. The book says, we fear sharks, but mosquitoes kill more. We fear terrorism, but heart disease kills us more. What sells is the fear that's visible. But real risks often come silently, without headlines, without Hollywood music. Dan Gardner explains two types of thinking: fast thinking and slow thinking. Fast thinking is emotional. It thinks, if it's on the news, it must be dangerous. It amplifies fear. Slow thinking is analytical. It asks, what does the data say? And that's where the difference lies between a wise person and a fearful one. Gardner repeatedly shows that media, politics, and marketing all use fear. Because fear sells, fear grabs attention, and people can be manipulated through fear. So the question is, how do we escape this? How do we reprogram our mind? The book provides a practical approach. Know your risk, name it, measure it, then decide. If you can give your fear a name and data, you can control it. The book says, if you want to do something but you're afraid, first ask, what's the worst-case scenario? Is this fear based on logic, or is my brain just playing tricks? Am I actually in danger or just feeling afraid? Because very often, what holds us back most in life is not real risk, but imaginary fear. Gardner's book teaches us, if you want to see the world clearly, if you want to make decisions based on reason rather than emotion, you need to understand risk properly. And true understanding begins where fear ends and data begins. So now the question is in front of you. Do you want to live in a world built by media-driven fear, or one that's grounded in data and understanding? Do you want to be a thinker, or just a fearful follower? Because in today's world, the real winners are the ones who rise above fear and understand the true meaning of risk. Those who don't just blindly watch news, but open their minds to see clearly. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Because every week we bring books that can change how you think, understand, and live your life. And if you want to buy Risk by Dan Gardner, there's a link in the description where you can get up to 10% cash back. So next time fear tries to stop you, ask it, are you really a risk or just fear in disguise? Thank you.